Father Burke Masters was born in Joliet, Illinois. He played baseball for Providence Catholic High School in New Lenox, Illinois, and Mississippi State. He was all-conference and academic All-American. He played in the College World Series. Then he played minor league baseball. After he had worked for an insurance agency, he earned a master's degree in sports administration at Ohio State. While he was working for the Kane County Cougars in Geneva, Illinois, he heard the call to the priesthood. He is active with Catholic Athletes for Christ. Now he is the Director of Vocations for the Diocese of Joliet. Father John Smith was an All-American basketball player for the University of Notre Dame. Then he was a first-round draft choice of the St. Louis Hawks. He played for the Harlem Globetrotters and the St. Louis Hawks for 1 year. Then he became a priest. He was the executive director of Maryville Academy. Now he is the president of Notre Dame College Prep. He was inducted into the Sports Faith Hall of Fame in 2009. Sports Faith has the Father Smith Award in honor of the man whose life bears testimony to the world-changing power of combining the virtues and influence of sports with mountain-moving faith. This honor is awarded to an outstanding athlete or coach interested in pursuing a religious vocation. Father Smith will present the Father Smith Award to Father Masters.
I want to thank Mr. McCaskey and Sports Faith International, for Angela for all of your work and getting my family and friends in here. I want to thank my parents. My dad is here with me. My mother is with God in heaven, but she's smiling down upon us now. As you may have heard, I wasn't raised Catholic. I was raised by great parents who taught me good virtues and morals, and baseball was our life. I wanted to be a Major League Baseball player, and after I played, I wanted to be general manager of the White Sox, but God has a sense of humor. I also want to thank my brothers. I have two older brothers. Blaine is here from Colorado. My oldest brother couldn't make it from Colorado. And they said, make sure everybody knows that you are a good baseball player because of us. So I want to acknowledge my brothers. They never let up. But I went to a Catholic high school to play baseball and get a good education. Came out Catholic. I received the Eucharist by accident one day, and it changed my life. And 12 years later, I was working for the Kane County Cougars, going to Eucharistic adoration with my girlfriend at the time, and it was during adoration of the Blessed Sacrament that I heard this call to the priesthood. So God has spoken to me through the Eucharist throughout my life. Hold that for a moment. You've heard of athletes being in the zone, right? I had an opportunity to get into the zone one time in college playing at Mississippi State, where Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro, Bobby Thigpen, and those guys played. We were in the regional tournament, and as a hitter, the ball looked this big. You know, we played the University of Illinois, and I went 4 for 5, and we won the game. We played Brigham Young the next day. I went 2 for 3, and we won the game. The next day, we were playing Florida State, the number 2 team in the country. And the first 5 times up to bat, I got a base hit. I never did that even in Little League, and I'm doing this in college. I came up to bat, the 9th inning, bases loaded. Guess what happened? Hit a grand slam to win the game. Was named most valuable player. The players carried me off the field, and I thought, life cannot get any better. Get to the World Series, we lose 2 games out of 3, made 3 errors, struck out several times, couldn't do anything right. So baseball has taught me a lot of wonderful things, the importance of teamwork and leadership and hard work and discipline, but it also taught me humility as well. But as high as that moment was, nothing compares to being a priest of Jesus Christ. Even celebrating Mass on a Tuesday morning in ordinary time is better than hitting a grand slam to get to the College World Series. What God has called me to do, I think, as a non-Catholic, to become a Catholic priest, is to help Catholics appreciate which you've had all along. So many of us take for granted the greatest gift in the world, Jesus saying, I will never abandon you. I will never leave you alone. I'm not only going to send my Holy Spirit, but give you myself in the Eucharist daily. If we truly knew what we could receive every day, we would die of love, St. John Vianney said. And the opportunity to sit in a confessional and to be the instrument of God's love and mercy for people, I literally see God at work in people's lives. And so what I was doing in baseball pales in comparison to what I get to do as a priest. I joke with people, I played with the White Sox and I was wearing black and white. I still get to wear black and white, but this is the uniform I want to wear, and this is the team that I want to be on. Thank you again for this honor, and it's a real privilege. God bless.